Hi everybody, this is Julie Henderson, functional medicine certified health coach, and I thought I would make one last try to do a video I've been trying to do all day yesterday and had way too many retakes. I'm about to go to sound healing yoga, so I just have this one try and it may go as is. I love sound healing yoga. I haven't been in a while. It's so relaxing. Highly recommend. So usually they're using singing bowls, and the singing bowls create a frequency that is so soothing and relaxing and healing. It's really good for pain and anxiety. Yeah, anyways, the reason I'm making this video is I've had a ton of people ask me how they can protect themselves against, I'm going to use this term and I'll explain, toxic EMFs or frequencies. Maybe we call it toxic frequencies. And basically, I made a post a little bit, maybe it was like a week and a half ago, that I was needing help and that the third tower was going up in my neighborhood, well, just outside my deck. And I am in an advocacy group that is advocating for safe wireless technology. We work with legal counsel, and that legal counsel works with other people all over the country, and there are people working all over the world. I'm in Scottsdale, and we know for a fact that Wuhan went live. I can't say this word or I'm going to get pulled off of Facebook and YouTube, but gee. And so basically, to backtrack it, when we talk about electromagnetic frequencies, we're talking about our wireless technology. So we started at 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and those in and of themselves are also toxic to the human body. So we know for a fact that we are energy beings and that other frequencies affect us. And when we're using what they're going to use in Scottsdale, we're going to be the model city for the world next to go live after Wuhan. So Wuhan went live, I believe it was December. Correct me if I'm wrong. Also, who went live was they were piloting in the cruise ships. So you can, yeah. So anyways, the 4G, you know, yes, is that toxic to the human body? Yes. But G is a whole nother animal. It's going to be working at 60 megahertz. Right now in Scottsdale, it's already in place. It's nearly done. All of the satellites have been up in the air, and that's been going on forever. And those bounce off the small cell wireless technology. Within 500 feet of where I live, I have 3 towers, okay? If you go drive around in your city, maybe not some of the small cities, but definitely your medium to large, you will find at the schools, between 2 and 3 towers, it depends. And if you go look at the schools or where maybe you have, for us, you have like some palm trees, you will find that those palm trees are turning yellow and bending strange. And I can tell you that I've lived here maybe 2.5 years, and I used to have what's called a magic window downstairs, and everything would grow magic in this particular window because it had a lot of sun. It was just the right energy and the right, facing the right way. Well, I noticed that the leaves on my plants were turning yellow. So let's go in here, see if I can. So I am working with a group of people to let it be known that doing research studies based in 1996, when that was kind of the beginning of our wireless technology, and really it's all electricity. And I'm reading a really good book called The Invisible Rainbow. It's only available to order in print. Highly recommend that. It details how we know the human body has been affected by electricity and the different events that lead up. And I'll let you, if you're interested, read that, because there's no way I can sum that up. So the 5G is a whole nother animal. It's just a hair below a weapon. That being said, when the frequencies are sent out, and again, it's going to be a short wave, like a pelting wave, if you will, right? Every 500 feet, you've got these small cell wireless technologies, and it's like beam, 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 beam. And when that particle wave is sent out, it changes into being a weapon against the human body. Now we have studies that they have not utilized to make, the FCC has not been utilized to make their decision, in that we know it's a type 1 carcinogen. It's going to dysregulate your nutrients in your body. And for one example, it can hike up calcium. When we do that, we can have a heart attack. It can draw out your magnesium, another, if it's low enough, right? A plethora of things can happen, including heart attack, including muscle aches, including anxiety, including insomnia. It's going to dysregulate your hemoglobin and oxygenation in your cells. It's going to create a lot of anxiety, and we're also finding that we're having a tsunami of psychiatric illnesses. Now, it's hard to say because we don't have community right now, really, which came first, but I'll let you connect the dots, and specifically just here, we'll talk about how to protect yourself from EMFs. So if you are certain that you don't have in your neighborhood, you can still do these things. These things we've known about for quite some time. I've been in an industry that's been talking about this for a while, and I'm gonna get my tripod. And so this is not new to me. I guess I did bring it, never mind. So, all right, we're at 7 minutes. I have 3 minutes, I don't know if I can do this. So, all right, I would say basics. Well, let's do an update, super quick. Grounding shoes, let's show them on. Love, love, love. Okay, basically there is copper on the back, but the grounding goes through the laces. And basically you're connecting to the Earth's negative polarity, which is a healing polarity. Think of dogs that hurt their paw and dig down to the ground. They're grounding. They know innately that that is a healing mechanism, and it's healing in that, you know, when we camp, why we feel so good is because often we're laying on the ground and we're connecting. Since we walk around on rubber shoes, we're not connecting to that natural healing polarity. Also, salt baths. So I mentioned that calcium can go high when you are exposed to 60 megahertz of G. How do we regulate that? A really good way is to get in a salt bath, and I would say do that as often as you can. So I would say once a day if you are living near a bunch of towers. You can do it as often as you as necessary. So I just took one. I cannot tell you how it can just reset your body. Number one requirement that if I move is that I have to have a bathtub, because I don't know how I would do that. So the very first thing I got, well, I started grounding to heal a skin infection. It works. But when I moved here, I did notice I really wasn't as schooled. I felt like it was dirty electricity or something. And so I ordered a grounding mat. I had great results with this until I didn't. So it was strange. I just think I was inundated. So I don't like that it's rubber. So this was from earthing.com. I think they make a movie, and they, in that package, they had, let's show you, a wrist, and the grounding mat goes in to show you right here. So the negative, third prong, if you will, and then you're gonna just snap this onto your wrist. And I've really been noticing, I don't know why, you know, I find if I can get over the rubber mat, you pull that tight, but this wrist attachment is working well. And so I will wear that a lot of times at night. I think that's really effective. I talked about another video, but I'll just kind of compile everything together, is shungite. I leave my wireless off, and I just started doing that about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Crazy amount of difference in not running the wireless, and I highly recommend that you do the same and only use the wireless if you have to. Shungite, if you are running the wireless, and just from even where I'm at, you know, putting this around your devices, and also orgonite. Orgonite is going to be more of a balancer, whereas shungite will be an EMF blocker. Okay, so if you use a meter and you're using shungite, you should notice that the meter is reading less. Okay, if you're using a balancer or something called a harmonizer, and you use an EMF meter, you might say, well, that's not working because it's not changing at all. Well, it's helping the body balance and regulate. After being exposed to the EMF, it's helping the body like get straight, if you will. So there's your orgonite. You can place that outside of your wireless. Some people will put it outside their nearest tower, and that's made of resin. These two have emerald, amethyst, and gold. So that's like the new hot thing. And then talk about that later. If you'd like to support my efforts, I do make custom made crystal jewelry. You can find me on Instagram, Crystal with a C, Jules, J-U-L-E-S, Co, C-O, Crystal Jewels Co. And take a look at what I have. Super proud of all of it, all silver, all high quality crystals. And if I'm doing a mala bead, silk cording. So here we have Biomat. These are very expensive. This one wasn't, but this is only like, I guess it'll go from here, like your trunk, a little bit longer. I do have it covered, but let me show you. There's gonna be your jade, your amethyst, and then your tourmaline, and you're having near infrared heat coming through here, going through the crystals, and that will help with EMF exposures, inflammation. A lot of athletes use these for sure. And then what I'm doing, I know this is a lot, but it works. This works. This is getting me sleeping, and I was not sleeping for such a long time that it's you know, so bad. So right here, and this was, you know what? I had that sheet out. I will put the information below. These are sheets, and they are sewn with silver. So silver is always going to be protected from EMFs. And then this is going to go into the third hole in your outlet. So I have that going this way, so I'm not drowning in cords. Oh, I didn't talk about the Biomat. Not that, but I usually keep this at 4H, and then you can change the heat. So you can have no heat. You can turn it up quite high. So yes, and then I also have a 13 minutes pillowcase that is threaded with silver. I went to Joann's last night and I thought I'll just make my own sheets because these are not going to be your 500 count thread sheets. And their silver wasn't real silver, it just was metal. So yeah, I didn't do enough research on that, so I thought maybe I would take that on, or maybe I'll just stick to jewelry. Another thing is magnesium, and check with your doctor before you start any supplement, of course, but magnesium can really help regulate as the EMFs kind of dysregulate your nutrients. Super helpful. I love magnesium glycinate, and I'm also a big fan, super big fan of magnesium 3 and 8. I am going to get going so I can, wow, right on time, a little bit over, but I hope that this was helpful. I had to go fast. I still didn't make 10 minutes, But I hope that that was helpful. Just a beginning to things that we can talk about. If there's something that you think I might know about or you'd like to hear about, please comment below. And until next time, be well. Julie Henderson, Functional Medicine Certified Health Coach.